What's up, everybody? Krydax here. Welcome back to another episode of pYanodon's Season 3. Let's see, I am trying to settle in here to my broken chair. Like, the left side became detached from the base, so it's like leaning to the left and back on the left, and it's like lifting up into the, little keyboard tray. It's a whole mess. It's a whole flippin' mess. Now I think I just need some more electrolyzer goodies here. So I'm gonna do this, and then this, and then let's do this. And this. That's so weird, but technically exactly what we need. And then a couple of pump jacks. In the water. Alright. And then we got 533 still, so we're good. Okay. That should be plenty. Not that the rate on these even matter that much, I don't think. Okay, so we said we were going to check on zinc plates, so let's see what's going on over here. I don't think I've touched zinc in a long time. So we got zinc proc 3. We're not going to get 4 anytime soon. I have not set up zinc proc 3. So the question is, do I want to set up zinc proc 3? How good is it? So we are currently on this one, which if I update everything to stage 2 plus some speed models, this just helps us measure a bit more accurately what's going on here. And then we go 3-3 beacon. Okay. Then our other option is zinc. What are you zinking about? Zinc from hot air, molten zinc from, I guess it's high grade zinc now. This one's a concentrate, right? No. Wait, what do we actually have unlocked? Do we have both? Zinc concentrate comes from purified zinc. Huh. And then stage 4 gets you high grade. And we also get some silver lead zust. Silver lead zust. I don't know what silver lead zust is, but yeah, anyway. So it's apparently both. So let's see. No! Wait, what did I just do? That's not what I meant. Let's be on this one. High grade from 4. I'm just gonna start clicking things. I think I need to build it from the other direction. Zinc. Look, I don't know. I just need to get down to zinc ore. There we go. Okay, and then flip it. Alright, so 15 ore goes to grade 1, grade 1 goes to grade 2, grade 2 goes to grade 3, grade 3 goes to grade 4. Does it really go? Oh no, it goes. It does go 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Nothing ever goes 1, 2, 3, 4. That's crazy. And then 4 goes to powdered and a little bit more too. So we have to increase that by a percentage. That is always confusing to me. It's divided by 1 minus 0.9 out of 3, right? I think I did that right. Yes, I'm not seeing that. It's canceling out. Okay, perfect. Yeah, 1.286 plus the, okay. That was the correct math. It's like, I'm always a little questioning if I'm doing it right, but we did. Okay. So then the powdered zinc normally, no, it's actually grade 3 that we get rid of. Was there some option to turn grade 4 into molten at all? No, it just goes straight to this. Okay. So then powdered goes to zinc overflow. And then zinc overflow, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything as I go along. Zinc overflow goes to zinc pulp and zinc waste. Zinc pulp 1. Silver lead pulp showing up. I don't know why that one's showing up. Anyway, zinc pulp 1. Add some creosote. Get zinc pulp 2. Zinc pulp 2. Add some aerofloat, which I believe we're making already. Gets 3, add some grease and hydroxide. This just has a lot of ingredients. Gets you zinc overflow again, which means we gotta increase this one. We divide this by 1 minus, and then we do 8.572 out of 42.858. Enter. Gotta have the parentheses closed. That is kind of surprising. Okay, and then I think we fixed that, yep. And now we've got purified zinc. None of these can accept prod, almost certainly, but just always good to double check. Now, I haven't looked at what the zinc waste does. The zinc waste becomes more stage 4. That's gonna be up. I already have that entered. That's up here. Okay. Oh, this actually didn't touch stage 4. So stage 4 only comes from zinc waste, which then, oh, and zinc concentrate, which comes from the purified zinc, also comes from zinc waste, or also turns into stage 4. Pulp. Need some lime and soda ash and filtration media, all of that. So everything boils down to high grade zinc, and then finally blah 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 blah, it all boils down to about 45 plates. That is a lot of plates. So comparing the two, I mean, that is 5 times more plates per ore. That's pretty good. However, we add in a fairly significant cost. Granted, the cost is not as big as it looks, because when you divide things out, like if you divide this by 5, you know, you're comparing the cost more directly to each other, and it's like, this is really only 16 heavy oil for the same amount of plates instead of 75. So we save on heavy oil. You know, the hot air, the sand casting's the same, but like the lime, the cryolic, the grease, those are all going to be really small numbers. We need less iron sticks than before. It'll only be a little bit of kerosene. So, and that comes from heavy oil anyway, so it's actually just cheaper, period. The only new cost really is the, like, grease, creosote stuff and these things, but those are tiny. So it's certainly worth it. The question, though, is more, for me, just how much do I need it? Like, because I've already got... Is this a red belt or a yellow belt? I literally cannot see the color of the belt right now. It's a yellow. What if I just make this a red belt? And we just double it. Like, let's start with that. Why rebuild? Like, we might be able to make it all the way to, you know, zinc 4 without having to rebuild it. Because, as far as I'm aware, yeah, we got no beaconage on any of this, nor do I have marketabilities. I think to start, I'm going to start off with some 3-3s. So we've got power. Modules. Looking at 11.7. Ball mills and the impact crushers are ratio perfect. So let's upgrade a bank of those. So then that's going to get me 12.5. Now the limestone is the issue. And that's going to get me 12.8. Now the water's the issue. Grab this guy. I don't normally use pump jack 2s, but maybe I should more often. They're just a little bit bigger for twice the speed, and then, you know, the impact of one module is a lot more as well. Let's see. But I could also just have built 2 or 3 of the other ones, so who really knows. Okay, now we're up to 13. What's the actual limiting factor here? It's not the soil. Now it's the foundries? Yes. Foundries. I mean, I could just upgrade everything. That'd be boring. Instead, we play whack-a-mole until we're happy. Okay, so that one is not... It's hard to find the block because they're, like, separated now, so the red ones aren't red. So now it's a hydroclassifiers, I think. Primary issue. Okay, why don't I also just put modules in all the buildings, even the tier 1 buildings? Let me check on that. So now we're up to 19.5 and 30 zinc ore a second. Okay, perfect. And then just to be safe, we will upgrade all inserters to blue. There are some mechanicals in here, which means there's a chance, yeah, we're actually gonna have power issues. Those are yellows. These are yellows. Yeah. That one's mechanical, but I have a power next to it. Every time I say mechanical, I think of the show Silo. Just so good. Can recommend. Okay, so that'll consume a lot more of the zinc ore. Are we getting enough of the sticks? Maybe not. Let's upgrade that. Let's see. Boost the request here a little bit to 30. Just make sure those keep flowing. Okay, but overall that should improve our zinkage rate. Zinc plate. Okay. So yeah, we've been on 504 a minute constantly. So we'll see what that improves to with all these changes. It seems like we were actually stick limited. Let's do this. How many sticks? It's 9 for 50, so that means I need 18, which means I actually need a belt upgrade this. Otherwise we won't has enough. Okay, boom. Alright, check on zinc, done. Surely that's enough for a while longer until we want to rebuild it. I guess we'll find out. I also don't even know if I really needed more, you know what I mean? Like, we consumed a lot more recently, but that's just to fill buffers. Like, is that increased consumption gonna stay constant or not, is the real question. Like, if we look at consumption, you know, it was like 226 a minute, but it spiked up. You know, the average was probably down in the here-ish range. But in the last, like, 2 hours here, look at this. It spiked up to probably about, like, here-ish as an average. So it's more than doubled, but I don't think it's going to stay that high. So we'll find out. We'll find out. All right, what's next? Carbon fiber. That's right. We were all ready to get the old carbon fibers going. So let's pin that again. And then, yeah, I mean, I have to build above this line. And other than that, there are no rules. Okay. So, I mean, realistically, I should build above this line so there's room for train signals. And they're all just going with a 3-3 beacon, and this is actually better than that, so one of these should be fine, but just for future expansion, I'll build 2, because remember, they have the wrong modules set up. And I guess there might be a way to do this cleanly with direct inserts. I'm actually gonna like... No, I want to leave room for oxalic acid. Oxalatic acid. Sorry, I keep saying that wrong. So we'll do it this way. It's very convenient, actually, that the... whatchamacallit's right here, because I can just do this. Now, I rarely use the corner doodles, but we're going to use a corner doodle here. Like that. And then... do that. And then those are going to feed 2 of these. And there we need nitrogen. And the nitrogen will be made in a destructive distillation column. Like so. And we're gonna shove that guy up there. Ooh, don't get run over by the trains. They go pretty fast. It's only gonna get worse. When do I get not power armor, shield equipment? Oh, I already have it? Oh, I should research. Oh, wait, no. Wait, yes. Mark II I don't quite have because I need low density structure and blue chips. But regular energy shield I could have made a long time ago. Actually, I take that back. I'm just now getting there. Okay, never mind. But with energy shield equipment, I will be able to actually survive a train hit or 2. Those extra 50 hit points make a big difference. Okay, anyway, I still think the color for this one should be blue nitrogen rather than the purple nitrogen. Even though, yes, I realize it makes more of the contaminant. So, like, there is some logic to having it show you the icon of the thing it makes the most of. For most of the game, you're not producing it in order to produce the, you know, this is annoying. It's just one tile too big to fit in here. Because it's, you know, we're gonna stuff it right in here. I know, crazy. And then we can, it feels weird to throw away oxygen when we need it, but like, there's this annoying reality that without valves and stuff, it's just not gonna be worth it. It's just costing me some power, so I just don't care. It makes The other nice thing is it's going to make less than one of these. I already have 6 of these. That would be like adding a 7th. It doesn't really change that much. It just saves me some power, which at this stage of the game, I'm just not worried about. I just don't care about power. When I see the little power thing flashing down there, I just copy paste my blueprint one more time. It's not that hard. So I'm having a really easy time with that right now. So we're just going to remain 2, 3. Just going to remain with the easy times. The nice thing is the graphite can be in one chest. That's cool. Well, maybe. What if I use one of these? Yeah. Actually, I don't even need one of these. I think with one of these, everybody can reach. Reach there, there. Yeah. There and there. It's actually kind of cool. And then the water. Don't drink the water. Water up here. Up here. Even closes off that. Beautiful. And then channel 1. Graffiti. Sure, 100's fine. And then direct insert. And then we need the ammonium oxalate, which I can just request from there, so we'll just let the bots move it. Ammonium oxalate. 80. And there we go, carbonized fiber, done. I'm gonna guess that this matches real life pretty closely. This feels like it's just like how it actually happens in real life. 20 second for one carbonized fiber. It's 10 seconds, so it is exactly double. So there's the ratio here is correct to have just one building. There are some weirdnesses with prod, but these don't accept prod, so never mind. So the ratio is always going to be 1 to 2. When the ratios are perfect pre-prod, prod changes the ratios from being perfect. Which is one small annoyance in the Factorio world, but it cannot be helped, so it's nobody's fault. Okay, and then we're back to 1 to 2, I think, with hot air. And let's see, we'll do this, this, and then the hot air is where? Go over here, turn the corner. Oh, I need to be 1 tile higher. That. I've said before I don't like crossings, so let's do that. This mod, I forget the name of it already, but it's been so useful to just kind of keep in your head like where certain things are. I don't remember what the exact name of the mod was though for some reason. We need some more logistics here, just for regular. And then now those 2 are done, and finally finish it off with some chemical plants. With tier 1. You know what? But I want to, again, be able to expand oxalatic, so just need to go over here. And that's fine, they're still getting hit by both beacons, so. Boom, boom. Alright. So then that goes on the short belt, just big enough to feed you 2. Then we also need to hook up the water. Again, I didn't realize we have more water needs. How big is the water needs here? Actually, medium. To the point where I'm a little like, is this all gonna consume 227 water? Yeah, I think that's enough to get me to want to build one more. Just to make sure. And then do that. Okay, so that's that. We're dumping the tailings, and then we're inserting the carbonized fiber, and then we're inserting the treated carbon fiber, then we're drying it with the evaporators, then that's going on the belt, and then we need the epoxy, finally. I guess that needs to be here. And then that needs to be there. Okay. Channel 1. And then epoxy. 50. Did I forget to request epoxy? Nope, I did not. Why is that? Oh, I just need a channel 1 Roby. There we go. Alright, and that'll do it. Carbon fiber is done and dusted. 503 hours. Let's go. Alright, provide 2 stacks. Do that. And we'll have to bring that over with the requester. And we'll say, do we have enough slots for all this? I have 240. Yeah, I have plenty of slots. 70 plus 40 is still only 110. Okay. So this needs carbon fiber. And that's going to request 100. You know what? We'll go to 4K. Why not? We'll just make it all available. Sweet. All right, carbon fiber's done. Just straight up, completely done. That's good. Did I end up with any of these in my inventory? I did. Okay. I wonder if sugar production is going to be enough, because like that needing sugar is kind of weird to me, but we do need a decent amount, and that's not like, there's 5 steps of prod here for the sugar to carbon fiber ratio. So if I change this to prod 1s, I actually need 1.7 sugar per, I need 3 sugar per carbon fiber. I don't know where my sugar production is, but I don't know if it's enough. It is up to 5 a second, but these are not running because we ran out of Tufra. Interesting. Seems like maybe a Tufra problem. Tufra. How full is this? Not. Is not. Alright, so we need more Tufra. What's the Tufra problem? We're out of ash? Oh! Now there's a fun one. Wait. Hold on. No, it's just been running flat out for an hour because of sugar, I'm guessing. But I do need a little bit more ash. It's stacked, so like, who cares? We should go a little higher on these numbers. Oh, I don't have a mixer on this. That's crazy. I just now realized that. 500 and 300. Alright. It still seems like plenty. But yeah, so in total, these are making 5.4 a second. And these need 13? What is this actually? 7 tufra to make 5 sugar. Okay. That is a lot of tufra. Huh. Interesting. I guess we can improve tufra a smidge still by doing this. We'll do 12 more big boy plantations here. Are those going to be fast enough? Only time will tell. We're going to need 8.8. Barely. These will just barely be fast enough. I'm going to need a beacon for future ones. That'll be what? 4 times. That's still about, that's 36% faster. So I'll accept that. Okay. Let's see. Now what? Special small parts is next. Did I make a little advanced? No, it is special small. We did advanced. Called them ASPs. Just when I clicked on that and we set it up, but I guess not. Alright, so the specials are, I think that's just because there's nothing interesting going on here. It's just stuff. It's just a bunch of stuff. That's literally all there is to it. Grease being the only fluid, aerogel, super steel, ninbit matrix, glass fibers. How's our glass fibers set up? No, is it set up to be fast enough? We did go to 6,000, so we have a good amount. Alright. Yeah, okay. So, small parts. Let's just do it in the same spot as advanced small parts, I think. Oh no, the flux cores. I might move those. Let's see if the next station fits. One tile. Okay. We'll build what we can out of this. This obviously can be shifted over by a couple tiles. And nothing changes. So then that works. And then all this stuff is fine. I'm just gonna let the bots sort it out. And then we are gonna need a fluid, so we're gonna have to bring in the, was it grease? I believe. Double check. Yeah. I have to bring that in here. I think 50,000's fine. Yeah, the amount of grease we need is fairly low. Alright, so that's good. And then that'll come up to here, and then here. We are gonna need another roboport. Okay, and then these belts are all whopper wonkied. So what we need is the rubber immediately go over there. I guess they all just shift over one. Right? Yes. Okay. Alright. That does it. And then we are already making belts here. So I'm feeling like we should just improve that. So this just feels like it's ripe for the loading. So it needs belts. It needs advanced small parts. Everything else... I'm just trying to think about what to belt and what to bot. To belt and what to bot. Always the question. Special small parts. We'll do special small or advanced small parts belted over. We'll do belts belted over. Actually, I do only need like a small-ish amount of advanced small parts, so a sideways, this should be fine. And then what we can do is this, and then the belts also should be fine. That'll put on the wrong side though. It needs to go on that side. And then that needs to go on the close side. And that should work out. Okay, so that takes care of 2 objects. The grease is here. It actually looks a little cleaner like this. And then from there, we definitely want to belt the plastic and the aerogel. Those are going to be, we're going to default request 20 on this. And we're going to do plastic. Plastic might even be a 40. Yeah, we'll go 50 stacks on that. I mean, 2.5 stacks a minute is a lot. Now, I don't even know if I can make this much super steel, let's be honest. Yeah, we'll ship large amounts of plastic. And then... aerogel. 26. Belts we don't need. Aluminium. Plate. 25. Then we need Ninbit and our glass fibers. Same amount as aluminium. Ninbit and carbon fiber. Need half of that. Those both need to be stacked 10. Oop. And then, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, super steel. Also need super steel. This is expensive. I mean, we had the same feeling when I made advanced small parts, though. You know, it all works out eventually. But yeah, that should be it. I think I'm gonna belt a couple things just because it's so easy to belt them. From here, just directly into the building. So it feels easy enough to just belt at least 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then those 3 get carried by bots, maybe? Yeah, I like that. Alright, and then we'll need a channel 1 robo port right there. That's disconnected. This is kind of annoying. I'm gonna put that up there. And that way I can just, I don't know, visually it looks nice to just go directly in. No turning required. Everything's powered. 4 items, 3, yeah, so we just need 3 items in this little chest, which is gonna be the Ninbit, the carbon fiber, and the super steel. And we'll go with like 30 of each. Should be plenty. Okay. Rid of these bots. Channel 1, channel 1. Okay. What is... Did this break? That has belts in it. This says waiting for source items, and this needs belts. I think this is one of those weird bugs. Maybe. Yeah, I think that was a bug. Because this building, now it's stopped because the output's full, but that's not what it was. The only... This said waiting for source items, though, so I assume it didn't have anything in its hands. It only had items in its hands once I turned it. It's also possible it had stopped because this building hadn't emptied out enough, but that color had changed. It didn't have the yellow background, so I think that was fine. I don't know. Not 100% sure there, but I think it was fine. Okay, so we're gonna go aluminum, plastic, aerogel, and what was the other one? Glass fibers. What we're still waiting on. And carbon fiber, and then we're good. Crazy. All right, and then we're going to... I mean, I'm not going to make more than 15 a second for what will probably be an extremely long time, so I'm okay with doing a yellow belt here. And then, of course, I didn't set up a multi-provider here. Or no, I did. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I am going to go a little bit faster on this. And we're going up to 10K. Let's see. Guess I'll do advanced parts to the right. And then we'll do special. Small parts to the left. We'll start with like 4,000. Just because they are not cheap. Oh, cool. These didn't have set filters on them ever. Well, I got lucky on that one. I gotta go fix that. That's really bad. Because that means if we had had anything else in there, it just would have been loading extra parts onto that. I gotta check the activity condition too. sure that's all correct. Okay, what are we doing here? First of all, I do that. That is doing the -1. We need inactivity condition, yeah. I think this used to be set up as a single, and then I tried to change it, but then I didn't actually change it correctly, maybe? I don't know exactly what happened there. 60 a second, but these do stack to 200. Let's just, you know, whatever. We'll just upgrade this. There we go. That'll be very fast now. Stainless steel, super steel, all this stuff is pricey. Why do we still not have glass fibers? That one is actually unknown to me. Did I not just see that we had 6,000 glass fibers in the glass fiber provider? Did I not see that correctly? Oh, maybe this is too slow? Wait, this has glass fibers. Oh. There we go. I was like, what's going on here? There we go. That'll do it. And now we just need the carbon fiber, which is now being made. Somewhere. Where's that block? Oh, that's vanadium. Oh! We forgot this part. Forgot part of this part. There we go. That'll do it. Now we'll be able to actually deliver carbon fiber eventually. How much have I made, I wonder? I guess it was all backed up to only 200. Okay. So that'll take another 10 minutes or so to, even if it's at full speed, to make the 1,000 that we need to send a train load. Cool. Cool. Special... sorry, I was stretching. Special small parts are done. Bada bing, bada boom. How's the base feeling? We're feeling the pain on silver still. Otherwise, we're still okay, except for nickel, I guess. Seems like it's broken, actually. Okay. So, what's going on here? We have input priority left, so how did this ever happen? I'm super confused right now. Because these are consuming a grade 2 to make half of a grade 1, which then makes a fourth of a grade 2. So how does this happen? Because I have input priority. So all of this should be coming from the recycle. I'm really confused right now. Maybe the output here was blocked for a while, and then it jammed up, and then it hasn't worked since then. Wait, what? How did we make nickel plates half an hour ago? Do I have a second place I'm making nickel plates? Nope. Wait, you're telling me this literally broke half an hour ago? I find that hard to believe. That this was working literally for the last 100 hours or whenever the last time I touched this was, and it just now broke in the last half hour. That doesn't make any sense. I literally am struggling to understand how this ever happened. Because these do create grade 1, but they create a small amount of it. I guess the rejects create a little bit of grade 1 too. But the rejects are even smaller amount. 2 grade 1 makes only 1/3 of a half, which is a 12th in total recycling. This one we said was a 4th, so that is still only a 1/3 comes back and gets used as input priority first over the new stuff. So how did this back up? It has to have been trash related. I cannot think of another reason that would have backed up. I am very confused how it happened right now, of all times. Like, doesn't that seem a little weird to you? Seems a little sus that it was in this episode that it broke. Do you think it had something to do with me revamping the zinc? Somehow? I mean, not that that makes really any sense either to me, but I can't figure anything else out. Maybe it's because of this belt right here not being upgraded? Maybe? Maybe that's it. Maybe that was it right there. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you why this all broke, but I'm gonna upgrade all that just in case. Could not tell you why that all broke, but we're gonna upgrade everything to here. Or at least a lot of it to here too. Very weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it had to do with that belting or something, or this got backed up. Maybe. Because I can't figure out any other good reason why that would have stopped. Oh, don't do that. It's already red. So what are we at here, PRCE wise? We are using up to 28 nickel ore to make 22 plates, and the current blockage is, looks like jaw crushing. It's maxed out. Let's do that. Okay, so now not the crushing, it is the casting unit. Interesting. And the buffs are also basically capped. But those are Mark II already, so I can't. Or no, sorry, that's only 0.95 out of. That's not 95%. That's literally half of those. The ball mill's close. Secondary crusher's okay. Screeners are close. So what I'll do is I'll upgrade. Well, I guess I can always just. I don't know. Is 2 modules cheaper than upgrading another building? Yeah. You can definitely upgrade the casting unit though. That's easy. And then that puts us at 26 nickel. And now it looks like 5 impact crushers are the limit. What's the beacon situation? I've got a 3-2 right here. And nothing... Nothing over here. Let's do that. That didn't break anything. Okay. Alright. We're at 31 plates a second. That feels like plenty. We're actually water limited now. Really? Wait, what? None of these even use water. Okay, that's unrelated. Now it's the ball mills. Yeah, it's fine though. 30 nickel a second. It's more than enough. Weird, man. I don't know what's going on with that and how it broke right before we saw it. It just feels really coincidental that it broke in this episode after we touched zinc in this episode, because I haven't touched this area in a very long time. It's also possible I mean, I have been consuming nickel though. We've been consuming nickel consistently over the last 50 hours. Not a lot of it, only 2 or 3 a second, but it has been consistent. So yeah, I don't know, it's just very weird. But yeah, I think we're making more than enough, given my consumption has been 3 a second. Even if we double that to 6 a second, that's still, we have more than enough. It might have been that belt, I don't know. Maybe it's because we requested a full train of nickel in this episode for something else that it broke, but whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so let's check on science, and then we'll be done with the episode. We've got enough for only 2. So vat brains, I assume, are still the main slowdown here. But silver is not listed, which means vat brains might finally be starting up again. Nope, we still haven't made any in the last 5 hours. Yikes. I maybe should have changed the priorities on requesters. Because I think all of our silver getting eaten was a bad idea. Wait. Yeah, fetal serum needs silver. Okay. Yeah, because we've got a -1 priority here. What if I made it priority 1? Now that vat brains are core to my science, I realize now that that needs to be a higher priority. I think we had it at a lower priority, but that was originally before vat brains were necessary. That was when they were just a supplement. Now they are needed for science. Science will not progress otherwise. I am curious if silver zinc alloy finally got fully buffered. Nope. So that's the problem. That right there is the problem. We do have 2 out of 3,000, which is 20,000 silver. Yikes, that stuff's expensive. No wonder it's taking forever. And this is priority 0. Okay, good. So we will make vat brains before we make that with silver, and then once we have prod sci, our silver production will shoot up quite a lot. Though how deep into prod? Wasn't that pretty deep into prod sci? No, it's like the first thing we get. Okay, good. Because we need it. We definitely need it. I'm not sure if I want to expand silver before that or not. Because didn't we find out? I need to be done with this episode. Didn't we find out that right now everything's kind of balanced out pretty well? Yeah, this can consume about the amount of silver lead dust that I can make with 2 lead mines. So if I copy this, I'd have to add another 1 to 2 lead mines to even get more silver out of it. I could also just beacon the heck out of this even harder and then add 1 more silver lead mine to get, you know, another maybe 20% more silver. I've already got a 3-4. What if I did like a... like a 2 something. I can fit a 2 something up here, a 2-3 maybe, and that does hit most buildings. So we go from... I did too much. Okay, so there's 1.7 silver to... boom. Boom. I swear that was the same buildings I just did. The 2.11. Okay, that's pretty good. But now I need 4.88 silver lead dust, which I believe we're not making. So, more silver lead dust will be the next episode. Sweet! Alright, well, I'm going to call it there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one.